Russel. Twistzz, welcome and congratulations on the victory and making to the playoffs and to the arena. It's been amazing watching you guys play on this event. And my first question to you is going to be a simple one. It's going to be mainly about yourself. After the major, you said that you were still trying to find yourself in the server, trying to get your performances a little bit better. And on the last tournaments you guys played, even Rubet and now on IEM Cologne, you've been amazing. You just topping the charts. How do you feel about your game? How did you step it up, and how has it been since the major?
First of all, thank you, and of course, it feels amazing to secure our playoff spot in a pretty stacked event. As you can see, some of the results already are pretty shocking. Some of the lower brackets and stuff. As for myself individually, yeah, I think it's just. I'm very hard on myself. I try to work the hardest as I can always, and I'm just trying to find new ways that I can practice individually. And yeah, I'm just always trying to find new stuff for me. I'm watching a lot. Once again, I have like 140 hours in the past 2 weeks. So I'm just, when I'm not playing CS, I'm watching CS on my phone in bed or something. I'm just trying to be as involved and immersed as possible. And I feel like in our recent games, my voice is. I feel like I have an important voice in the team, and I call a lot of things. And when I call a lot of things, or I'm just reading the game, I have a lot of confidence individually too. So it helps that I can micromanage or tell people to do what, and still focus on myself. And I just have amazing teammates, which also helps with my performance. But yeah, I'm just trying to make myself more comfortable on my role and take advantage and take lead in situations.
Your team has been amazing in the last games that we managed to saw in this kind of events. We saw a lot of comebacks, a lot of struggles. Sometimes to enter in games, you lose pistols, but sometimes you manage to win some forces, like you did in Nuke, like you did in Ancient too, like you did yesterday against 00 Nation. What do you guys find to manage to take that pistols rounds, that forces? What you guys talk about? What is the point to manage to find so many forces?
Pretty much when we discuss such rounds and our economy is low, we obviously take the full amount of time to come up with the best plan that we can. So if it's not tag pods, we take the full 20 seconds to figure out what we do before anyone buys anything, and then after that, even if we still haven't figured out, we use some of the round that we have to discuss our plan for the current round. So I think a lot of people have very positive input in this team, and there's always a discussion about what we can do. And as you can see, even this like full Glock eco that we won today, it's discussed. It's not random. Like it's something that we've seen from Anti, and we discuss it if it will work this round or not, and we do it and we follow through with it. And yeah, it's kind of just the gist of how it goes.
One of the things you guys are amazing and have been since on the last all year long is you guys have been amazing attacking all of the hardest maps in terms of win percentage for the city side. My question to you is, how do you feel that your system and the way Kerrigan calls and the freedoms he gives you guys, how do you feel it adds up on the T side? Because you've been winning a lot of T rounds. For example, today on Ancient, you guys won 6 rounds, and then 7 rounds on Ancient, and now you just won a lot of more rounds on T side Nuke as well. How do you feel the system itself affects your T sides?
I think our initial game plans before, we didn't have a lot of practice time before certain events. Before this event, we have good practice before this event. But before that, I think our initial starts, the rounds were a bit stale, and we were trying to rely on a lot of old stuff that we ran, which obviously teams have a lot of information to look into on us. And now we have a lot of new stuff that we can use and we feel good using. So I think Finn does a great job at having a good foundation at the beginning of the round to set people up. And then, of course, in any international team, you're going to rely heavily on the 3vx situations, 3v3s, 2v2s, that you can, that you can clutch it out and make the most of it. That's kind of like how it goes for us. Finn tries to get all of us into a situation where it's favorable for us in a post plant, or it gives the opportunity to players to react. And Finn called an amazing game today.
your team keeps improving. You are playing all the tournaments, even though the opposite teams make like everybody puts eyes on FaZe team and they try to counter your style. And even though your players, I want to ask you if you think the FaZe right now is the stronger FaZe that ever been in all the tournaments, or you don't think so?
I think it's tough to say because, you know, you never really know what your peak is as a team, and I think it's too early to say if we peaked or not, or if we're gonna be peaking soon. So, but of course, when you go into such a big event like this, you're wanting the peak to happen, and I think with our practice and how it's going, people are really getting back into their individual form, and it's more like when you see a win, it's more of like a team effort, and people are making up for someone maybe missing a bit more in the game, and that's exactly what we had in all of our big event wins. You know, is everyone stepping up, and I think you're able to see that again today. You know, me and Brokey were having a really quiet CD side on Ancient. You know, Kerrigan, Rain, and Robs was there to make up for it, and that's how it has to be in the top 3 teams in CS. You know, you always have that trio of players that will be playing good all at the same time, and yeah, I think that's just how it is for us.
Twistzz, at least for me, my last question. You guys are going to face Astralis for the seeding game to play on the arena. Astralis have been struggling a little bit, but this event they've been stepping it up. We've just heard Config say that Blame F has been calling on Mirage to switch it up their T side. How do you feel you guys are matching up against this Astralis and their lack of, for example, a more experienced Opper? Farlig is a good player, but he doesn't have the experience, for example, Device has, or even Brokey. How do you feel you guys match it up against this Astralis?
Well, we actually played them in the Rubik Cup, I believe, like maybe last week or a week and a half ago, and they still played like a great CS. You know, I went 3 maps, and the maps weren't easy by any means. So, and they obviously have impressive results already this event, especially taking down C9 in what seemed a convincing fashion. I didn't see the game, but I think it's a 2-0, and it's always scary when like a team that wasn't playing good before is finding their groove and they're finding confidence again, because it almost creates like a small honeymoon phase in this roster that's already been alive for like a year.
Thanks for the interview and good luck on the rest of this event. And have a nice one, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you. You too, guys.
Bye.